Hello everyone, welcome to True Oracle. I'm Lady Zelda Kelly, and welcome to February of 2025. This is your February reading, and I hope you got to see the preliminary reading that was posted maybe a couple of days ago. I always like to let February or whatever month we're reading in just kind of come in for a couple of days, just to set the precedent, just to set the foundation. I personally like to wait for that time to really be here on us, and I think it gives, for me, a better reading. But this reading is for all signs. It's a collective reading. You can take what resonates with you, and you can share it. You can come back and see it in another couple of days, because sometimes it takes a little bit to resonate. So with that being said, do us a favor and please subscribe and click that notification bell. When we hit 4,000 subscribers, we're going to have a giveaway, and we'll announce what that is. So let's get started. So far, I have several decks out here. So far, I have the Thelema Lenormand deck, which builds a foundation, and I have this beautiful foil tarot. Now, before we get started, I want to pull out a card just to kind of get an idea of where we're headed with this telepathy oracle card. Let's see. Spirits, guides, angels, we're asking for guidance and direction from you, and I'm sure we're going to get it. Here we are. Union. The union of the divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. I love this. I love this. We're going to put this to the side. We'll bring it back in and reference it in a minute. But let's get started. All right, my darlings, we're going to put this right up here in the corner. And now we're going to start with this beautiful Thelema Lenormand deck. I know that you all enjoy this, and we read these in pairs. This isn't a deck where you can just say, oh, I'm just going to pick one card. I mean, you could. But they are meant to be a part and a counterpart. So let's get started. Oh my goodness. There's some female energy there that I'm going to say can be a Virgo, can be an earth sign. And I'm going to say this, first of all, I love your dress. But this is energy neither male or female, but it resonates as female energy. So there's got to be something that we're looking into. We're going to put her over here. And then the mice. Okay, I think I have an idea where this is going with the Seven of Clubs. Look at them. They're cute, but boy, they can be destructive. We're going to put that to the side for a minute. These to the side. We'll bring them back if we need them. And now we're going to lay out this beautiful oh, look at this. We've got two cards that fell right out. Now, this is amazing to me. In fact, yeah, that's how they came out. Okay. And look, there's another one just sticking up. We're going to take it too. Five of Swords. I'm loving this so far. Page of Cups. The Four of Cups. Don't you love these cards? Let me know in the comments. And then there is the Six of Coins, or Six of Pentacles. Side. All right. Now we're going to push this down just for a minute while we're reading, and then we'll come back. This Star card, also an Aquarius, and we are in that time of an Aquarian. But we came from the Capricorn, and I think that there was something that you were dealing with coming from 2024, December 2024 into January, and then it's about to fade away. It's been something that has been nibbling at you for quite some time. I believe it is financial, and we're going to get more into it. But yeah, this card is telling us, you see that Seven of Clubs? This Seven of Clubs means that this energy here, this pure, beautiful energy coming through, earthy, grounded, when you're in that position and you have something come up, especially financial, it really bothers you. For some of you, this is really going to resonate with. This has been eating at you, I'm going to say, for a couple of months now. This star card, the Aquarius, pretty much tells us that there is some much needed balance with you. You're going to get it. You've been working on it, but it's also an indication that your prayers and your meditation have been heard. Now, this devil card, and no, my darlings, you're not the devil, and no, we're not going to say anything about Capricorns because I actually happen to love Capricorns. But this Capricorn is also telling us that this may have come from something that you or a loved one may have been hyper-focused on. It could have been something as in maybe someone is over shopping, maybe they're overeating, maybe this is you, maybe it's not you, maybe this is something that, pardon me, has been focused on, and it's almost something that you want to continue to focus on because this is what you feel is what you need at this time, because you're also dealing with another situation. This, you are going to overcome this. You're going to overcome this, I'm going to say, an obsession, not so much an addiction, but an obsession with something. And I think it's possibly either about to cost you money, has cost you money, or the situation is really overshadowing you. But there's good news on the horizon, my darlings. This beautiful Five of Swords. Now, this is also communication, and you see this fellow standing there, and he is triumphant because he's been trying to fight this and overcome this. And finally, and I'm going to say and finally, and maybe even and suddenly, we have these two people, you can see in the background there, laid down their swords and they're just walking away. They know in this particular card that this is a force to be reckoned with. And I'm going to say this is you. You are the force to be reckoned with in this. You are the force that you are really getting it together. Now, no, there's no judgment, no shame here. We all go through life hurdles. But this one, you can look forward to overcoming. You're not done yet. And I want you to give yourself a break. Have a little bit of self-forgiveness. Because this little fellow, this Page of Cups, is telling us that there is nothing but love around you. That you have guidance. That, my darlings, you can swim in whatever direction that you want to swim. And I say swim because you see there's a little fishy in this cup right here. He's the spirit animal of the cup suit. And there's a lot of water. And water is a life force. And water can be cleansing. And you're getting it together. So if you've had a situation coming from the last couple of months and into 2025, you have recognized it. You've been working on it. And you're overcoming it. Bravo for you. And this is a message now coming from the universe that pretty much says, I think you're passing the test. You look like this is something that you can really overcome. How will you do that? Well, I think you already know to a certain extent, but at this point you're knowing now that you've had to make a lot of tough decisions. But this card, I believe, has some other meanings for me. This beautiful help, and I'm going to say helping hand from the heavens coming out of the cosmic unknown with this cup saying, here you go. Now you've got some choices, but here you go. Let me recommend this. Now, some people interpret this as being a little stubborn. I don't really see it that way. I see this as someone who is protecting their energy, because that's how you sit when you do. You protect your energy because you want to make the right decision, and you don't want to make a snap decision, and you don't want to overcome. You just don't want to overindulge. You want to do the right thing. And that's what this card is all about. One thing that I think you have found out, or you will be finding out, is it is also a blessing to receive. You're a giver. And I think sometimes you give until it hurts, and without realizing it, and then when you need help, well, it may not be there so readily. This card is very beautiful because we have this person here that is a very good, helpful person with a red cloak on, which is compassion and love. But we see that he gives in all areas. There's someone with a green cloak on, and traditionally this cloak over here is blue. So he can give you emotional support, advice. This is also giving help financially, feeding a family. And I believe that's exactly, you've been filling both roles of doing, you've been giving. But my darling, this card indicates one thing. And this card indicates that this is balance. Balance is required in order to maintain. It's good to give, but it's also good to receive. And I'm wondering, have you turned down in the past, have you turned down somebody saying, hey, will you do this? Or hey, there's some help. Or hey, there's this. I want to gift this to you. And you kind of feel guilty over it. And you say, oh, no, that's okay. I don't need that. And on the inside, you're thinking, oh, man, I wish I could have taken that. Well, that's this card. Let's see what else is in store for you, my darling. With this other Lenormand, the Moon card, which is Pisces. I've got it. I love this because this is not a mistake. You came from the Capricorn and you carried this energy that wraps around that sometimes, and I'm going to say overly concentrating. I don't think it's an obsession or an addiction, okay? But overly concentrating, overly focused on a situation coming from Capricorn, and it's still here in the Aquarian, but now here is a Pisces. That's next. This Eight of Hearts is a card where it says, are you suspicious of the future? Are you confident of going forward, or are you suspicious that you may not make it? Let's see. Let's see what the cards indicate. Ah, I love this. And most definitely this. To the side. This Moon card, you see the man and the moon here. This Moon card is an indication that yes, there are divine goals that you have. And now things are going to work out in your favor because you've got a new start. You've got a childlike new beginning. And with this Jack of Spades right there in the corner, that's telling us that you're in a different level now, a different level going forward, and you're wide-eyed and you're excited about life. And for this February, just know that you have a divine guidance, which we all need and we all have. But you're now especially recognizing that spiritually, that's what you've needed in order to get through, without a doubt. The Six of Clubs, knowing that you're leaving the frustration behind to be able to go into the future. This is quite lovely. I mean, it just is, it can be describing it for all of us. Each and every one of us can fit in this scenario. It's not just one or another. Six of Diamonds, interesting. And the Two of Hearts. This is your biggest message right here. And this Six of Diamonds can mean many things, but in this particular case with the surrounding cards, this can mean all types of different communication. It can be letters, it can be telephone, it can be emails, text. But why I feel that it's fitting in here, because with this Two of Hearts here, this is a commitment for you, coming together, sharing, living, loving yourself. And we're going to get back to this in a minute, but this Nine of Clubs is basically a card of self-worth. There's a particular self-worth that you need in this in order to be able to move on in this childlike new beginning. If you are one of these signs, which is Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces, you may resonate with this a little bit more. And if you don't, that's okay too, if you're not those signs. But coming back to this, especially this card is about examinations. What is an examination? It is a test. And usually in order to graduate, to go into the next new pathway or journey or situation, circumstance, or next spiritual level, we have to have a test. Sometimes those tests are painful, and sometimes we don't pass, and sometimes we attract to go back through again. But I don't think you're going to do it this time. With that being said, this test, because you know, we don't really learn unless we are tested, right? And I think this is a situation for all of us, and this card just flipped over, and we're taking this, and that is this concluding message of the Sun. How beautiful this time is going to be, and look at that red drapery and that little sweetheart on that horsey. That red drapery is more of compassion and love. But the sun means that the sun is going to shine again. This situation that many of us are going through is temporary. It's temporary. So my darling, the Union card that has come out really puts it all together, because this really will be a miracle. It will be one of these miracles that, you know, it will leave you smiling. But one thing's for sure, my darlings. I'm wishing you a wonderful new pathway for February of 2025, because you definitely are going to pass the test. And stop letting this stuff bother you so much. You're going to get through. Ground yourself, keep praying, keep meditating, and you're going to see before you know it, all of this situation will turn around for you. If you'd like a reading with me, my darlings, please visit the website at the end of this video, or you can shop in the links in the description. Please don't forget to subscribe and like, and we will see you again very, very soon. I'm glad to bring this to you. This really is exciting. It is exciting for many of us. It's encouraging to know that there is a light that we can follow, and it's not a train coming down the tracks, right? It's all good, my darlings. You hang in there. I know you're going to pass the test. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.